Lacey, it's Tuesday. You probably just saw me making some weird faces. It's because my screen was all funky colored. It's what Keto wants to say hi. Okay, he's not gonna bark. I thought maybe he would bark. He's not barking. Anyway, today was rather uneventful. I went to jazz band, I went to school, and I went to work. Oh, of course, Keto was tired. Anyway, I went to pep band. I think I might have already said that. It was cold, it was a hockey game, I don't know who won. Oh my gosh, don't lick my face. Anyway, pretty much all I have to tell you is that over the weekend, my dog broke my glasses some more. Yeah, this dog right here tapped my face, broke my glasses. See? He wants to break them again. And I read 4 books. I read 4 books since you last saw me. One was the graphic novel version of a book I've already read, and that was the graphic novel of The Lightning Thief. I don't know if you've read that series, but you definitely should. The next one I read was Adventures of a Whiskered Girl by Daniel Pinkwater, and it is the sequel to the Yggysey, which is a sequel to the Neddiad. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Which, if you haven't read the Neddiad or the Yggysey, you should do that. They're, oh my goodness, sorry. They're fantastic. What are you doing? My dog's on crack. Anyway, the Neddiad, the Yggysey, and Adventures of a Whiskered Girl. I will give you a warning. Adventures of a Whiskered Girl is extremely cracked up. Like, I don't know. It was messed up. It was kind of hard to follow sometimes. I felt like maybe if I would have been high, it would have been like, OMG, this book is so fantastic. I mean, it's still pretty fantastic, but sometimes it's hard to follow because you're like, what are you talking about? There's this crazy muffin man and a giant, and I don't know, he combined like a whole bunch of crazy children's stories into one. It was cool and confusing at the same time. Anyway, I still recommend it. And then I also read How to Steal a Car, or How to Steal Cars, something to that extent, by Pete Hautman. Hautman? Hautman? I don't know how to say that. And that one I would recommend to like everybody I meet because it's just a fun story about a girl who steals cars. There's not really any romance, there's not any cheesiness. It's just this really cool story about a teenager, and I'm like, hey, we need more stories like that where they're not all like, oh, I love you, and then, oh, I love you too, and then you're like, oh, barf. And then I read one of those kind of novels too because a couple years ago I challenged myself to read every single Simon Teen romantic comedy, and lost my train of thought. I got distracted by the timer in the corner here that you can't see. I just pointed at it and you can't see it. I got distracted by it. Anyway, it's called Hard to Get. It's this crazy romantic comedy because they keep publishing new ones. Like, I read all of them. There were only like 10 at that time. And I was like, yes, I did it. And then I'm like, oh, they're publishing new ones. And, anyway, so I feel like I have to read them now every time a new one comes out. They're really cheesy. Boy meets girl, there's a conflict, there's a resolution. They all live happily ever after. I will put titles in the doobly-doo, and I will see you tomorrow. Love you. Bye. Stop button.